look nice this morning.
Now, you know, Mike, early in the show, we were talking about the incident that happened at Starbucks where the two black men were arrested for trespassing, suspicion of it.
Yeah.
It was an accusation of racial profiling. What are your thoughts on this?
Oh, man, that was pretty rough right there. You know, I go to Starbucks all the time, and they be looking at me like that a little bit, and then and they'll figure out it's me, and then they'll say, oh, no, don't call the police. That's my shit.
Stop.
And I have to use the restroom. Hey, I'm a pee on the side of the Starbucks.
Mike, you seriously, see, this is you. You've always made us laugh on stage. Always. This is how you are. But now you decided to write a book to tell us about your upbringing. So why now?
Well, I wrote a book. I know, you know, I'm getting older by the day. And, you know what I mean? Every day. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Every time I wake up, I know I'm getting older. And I just wanted to leave a book for my kids. You know, God forbid anything happen to anybody. You want your kids to know your story.
Yeah, that's right. I love that.
You know what I mean? And I've been doing it such a long time that, you know, all these great stories, I'm like, my kids got to know this about me, you know?
Well, you titled the book Unsuccessful Thug.
Yeah.
Why did you do that?
Well, you know, because I was an unsuccessful thug.
Yes, elaborate.
Well, you know, before I got in show business, I've always been funny. But, you know, I was in the streets, and I was funny in the streets. And that's when I realized I was a comedian. I said, you know what? This crime ain't paying me. You know what I mean?
Well, you know, let's go back because you began your criminal career at a young age, and you had some allies. Tell us about these allies.
What happened?
Well, you know, I always had people that looked out for me and helped me out. You know what I mean? And, like my grandmother, she helped me out. Nah, God bless my grandmother. I love my grandmother, you know.
Yeah, and what about, because I read in the book that the prostitutes help you out.
Yeah, we lived in some apartments called, and if anybody from Indiana, they know where I'm talking about. We lived in some projects called Sherwood Apartments. And in these apartments, they were like high-rise project apartments. So the apartment we lived in the top. We called it the penthouse, but it wasn't the penthouse. But we could look down on all the cars that drove in the parking lot.
Right.
So we had a little connection with the prostitutes that if they get the dates, the Johns, to do something with them, they'll set it up where they'll leave their car door open, and we just go down in there and get their radio out their car.
Y'all was working together.
Yeah, we was working with the prostitutes. You know?
Oh, wow.
That's a community.
good.
That's a community service program.
Yes.
That's right there.
It's a community effort.